Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. I am doing a reading for Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And as I shuffle the deck, I'm just kind of getting an idea of what everyone's going through, how things are going for people. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then please move on. I just opened the window and my cat's looking out. It's really cute. I wish I could show you. Just flip my camera around, but no. Oh, and for those of you that don't know, I do like to pull two cards to begin my reading. Apologies. Yeah, so I like to pull two cards to begin my reading just to get an idea of how things are going to go, and just, yeah, we'll figure things out from there. We have the Two of Cups and Death. Something is definitely transformed within a relationship. Something maybe like not necessarily the end of a relationship, but it could be like an understanding, some kind of unspoken contract is in the mix. But it's definitely like kind of a new kind of understanding, like the end of something, but also the beginning of maybe something even better, but we'll see. Yeah, it's definitely the beginning of something better, right now at least. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is really just about this ending of some potential struggle in a relationship and like maybe creating a new understanding of how things are moving forward. So yeah, go team. And death doesn't always mean physical death or the end of something, because it can always, or you know, it seems to represent for me some kind of like rebirth or transformation of some kind. Okay. I'm going to pull a clarifying card. Actually, maybe not. Okay, got it. We have Judgment. And with Judgment, it's almost like someone is waiting for this to happen. It's like finally something has kind of moved forward for you. And it doesn't have to be like a romantic relationship. It can be like a work relationship or a friendship, but it could also, you know, it could also be something like a familial relationship, like something with your family or any kind of, you know, acquaintance, things like that. And there's light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever happened with this Death card here has brought something to light. It's really kind of brought this clarity with the Judgment card, but it's also kind of like taking the high road, because we have the Six of Pentacles here. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's really just like, you know, you're really starting to see yourself, or the fruits of your labor, kind of just blossom into something that you didn't think could even happen. So it's kind of like seeing something from a new perspective. Like, you know, being on the ground, you see, like, the way I'm thinking of it is like you're walking through a forest and you look up at trees. But in this instance, with the Six of Pentacles, it's really just about being above the trees and seeing the whole forest and seeing everything. So I think, like, it definitely is a new perspective. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's definitely something there. We got this card before in my previous reading for today, the 8th. We got the Moon. And this is really just like I said, with the Six of Pentacles, it's really about seeing things from a different perspective, really kind of looking at things that you didn't think could happen, the unknown even, like kind of a pleasant surprise, so to speak. And the Moon is here also to really say, like, you know, there's more to come. Like, you can still have more pleasant surprises that you may not even see coming. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of, like, love in this. We have the Queen of Cups. So there's definitely some type of relationship with the Queen of Cups. And I think, like, you know, it's just like the Queen of Cups is like the most probably the most loving, wholesome card in the entire tarot deck. And then a close second is the Ten of Cups. So I think, like, when the Queen of Cups comes up, it's really just about that sort of wholesome, really stable kind of emotional love and faithfulness. So it could be some kind of, or definitely some kind of relationship that may just kind of blindside you, that you may not even realize is happening, like, until you're like, oh, okay, like, until you actually see it. So yeah, I think that this is something pretty good. It's a hot relationship. King of Wands. King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Whew. I mean, wow. This is like some next level stuff. I feel like this is Steve's Love Tarot. Like, I just feel like that right now. Like, this is just kind of something that, like, he would say. And just, this is something next level. This is like a spiritual kind of connection that you really have with someone. And maybe, so, okay, I take it back that it's not a friend or family member. There is something definitely there. Like, the King of Wands is all about, like, passion, and that's also a lot of, like, fire signs. So about going to get what you want. And the Cups, the Queen of Cups, is all air signs. So Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, and it's just like, okay, so you've got air signs and you've got fire signs. That is like hot. Air fuels fire. Something's here. Someone's gonna find someone. I want to find out more about these Queen of Cups and King of Wands. This is hot energy. Thanks, Steve's Love Tarot. Yeah, and both of you have some kind of decision to make. And some kind of like passion project. I'm pulling an extra card. Yeah, okay, so there's a definite choice to be made here. We have the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. There's definitely something to be said. Like, Four of Cups, you know, in this reading, I think it's not about being disillusioned or feeling sad or ignoring signs. No, I think that with the Four of Cups paired with the Two of Wands, this is really just like having the courage to make a choice. Have these options in front of you and make that choice. We had the Two of Wands, and, you know, before, we had the Moon before. So this is, yeah, I mean, this is really something. Yep. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. You really just need to charge ahead with what you're doing. Like, think about it, yes. But because you have the King of Wands, really just go for it. Really, like, do this forward motion. Really focus on what the two of you really want. I mean, it could be getting together. It could be getting married. It could be, you know, anything in that, like, realm of love and romance. But yeah, like, definitely, like, really go for it. Like, you've made your decision, okay? Like, go for it. Don't hold back, because the two of you are on fire. And we have Justice. You two are really, like, you balance each other out very well. You're very good at kind of reining in each other, kind of packing each other in, like, and I don't mean that as a euphemism. I just mean it as, like, you know, if someone goes off the handle, the other one will bring you back in, right? But I mean, you could be packing it in, who knows? So, like, I don't normally get so freaky on this channel, but, like, this is something. Someone's out there. It could be a soul connection, like a twin flame. And Justice too is like, you know, you've waited so long for this, right? It's finally coming to fruition. It's finally coming true for you. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands. I'm sorry about the sun. It's just weird. Here, let me do this. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. It's time for celebration. Like, get married, become exclusive, do something. Fireworks are happening, right? You've got air and fire, Queen of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah. This is something to be proud of. something that both of you have wanted for a very long time. And that's really good. I'm going to pull in a clarifier for this one. Yes, okay. Of course. So we have the world and the star. So the world and the star together, it's like something's finally coming to a close for both of you. Like you've waited so long to do this thing together. And you're finally really like living to your potential, your truest selves with the star. The world and the star is definitely like good energy. Like something's finally coming to a close. But with the star, things are beginning to blossom. Like something new is happening here. Okay, I'll pull just a few more cards, then do a top-bottom read, and then I think I'll use my Citadel deck because I want to know more about the Queen of Cups and King of Wands because they are hot. I don't know why I'm getting this with the Page of Cups, but there's going to be a baby or something. This is kind of like the messenger, like I'm getting like messenger Archangel Gabriel, right? When he goes to like Mary in the Bible or in the Old Testament, where he delivers the message of like, you've immaculately conceived baby Jesus Christ, but we all know this is an immaculate conception. Like this is something else. This is like a love child. This is something else entirely. This is a divine child, very much like Jesus was, but yeah, this is definitely, and pages are messengers. This is definitely something like, yeah, someone's having a baby. And you've built those foundations. I'm getting so excited. So we have the Three of Pentacles. So all of your foundations, all of your hard work is finally paid off. Like, maybe your debts are paid off. Maybe your credit cards are paid off. Like everything is in place. This is the exact right time for you to do this. You're in a very good place. Yeah. And we have the High Priestess too. This match is all about intuition and the unknown, kind of. Like we have the moon here too. So it's really a lot about like the unknown, like the intuition, that inner knowing that this is the right thing for you. So yeah, this is an important moment in someone's life. So what I'm going to do now is pull from my Citadel deck about the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands, about who they are, what their archetypes are, their personalities. So we'll see how that goes. And these cards are really interesting because they're, I think, octagonally shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're shaped. They have 8 sides. So Like October. October was actually supposed to be the 8th month of the year, but because of the Julian calendar, we added July and August. So July for Julius and August for Augustus. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm a wealth of useless information. Okay, so who is this Queen of Cups? Let me see if I can get this King of Wands here too. Or I could do the reading together, but I think what I'll do is separate and then together. So I'll read them separately and together. Okay, so Queen of Cups first. Who is she or he? What is this energy? And again, you know, there's no gender in tarot. It's an energy. So Queen of Cups could be male, female, or non-binary, non-gender conforming. Take what you will. Hold on. I'm pulling extras. Got one. Yeah, okay. So far, for the Queen of Cups, we have the Pilgrim, and that's about opportunities and growth. Sorry about the sun in here. Maybe this is better. Yeah, that's better. So we have the Pilgrim. That's about opportunities and growth. And we have the Cartographer, so a crossroads and exploration. So this is really just about, like, this Queen of Cups energy is someone who is in the pursuit of knowledge, of the unknown, but also is very focused on internal growth as well as external growth, but more internal. But it's the Queen of Cups is also like a true explorer. Like the Pilgrim is like the person who goes on like voyages holding like a lantern, kind of like the Hermit in the tarot, but exploring that sort of inner world. The next one we have is the Chiromancer, and that's about delivering news and collaboration. So that's really just about like collaboration with the King of Wands energy here. Bringing good news, good emotional news. It could be someone who's very much into like astrology and astronomy, because on the card, on the fingers of this, there are signs from, yeah, there you go. It shines. You can see like the planets and, you know, the planet symbols and constellations as well. It's kind of weird, okay. Let me pull a clarifier. We got the Enchanter, and that's about deception and trickery. I really don't think that that's what this Queen of Cups is about, because why would the Queen of Cups deceive someone or trick someone? The King of Cups, or King of Wands, excuse me. I don't think that's in their nature. I suppose if put in a difficult situation, the Queen of Cups could be seen as like a deceiver or a trickster kind of persona, but also someone who's very much into control, because we have the king who's, you know, is also about this Queen of Cups. So that's about control, reversal of fortune, and I think that's more as like the dark side of the Queen of Cups. I don't think that it's like the positive side. I mean, well, it could be, it could be seen that way. I think, okay, so I think it's more like, don't get on the Queen of Cups bad side, like, because they take charge. Also, the Queen of Cups is the aspirant, and that's about ambition, diligence, and setbacks. So the Queen of Cups knows what they want. Especially from a partner, and is willing to go to great lengths to get what they want and how they want it. And exactly how. Like how they want it, what they want, like they've got everything figured out. Next is the King of Wands. What is the King of Wands energy? Okay. The Champion, and that's about achievement and downfall. There we go. The Sun, sorry about that. So again, the roles could be reversed. The King of Wands could be, you know, gender neutral, male or female, whatever resonates. But yes, this King of Wands is definitely a champion of some sort, a master of going for what they want. And I can see how it would be like the King of Wands could be ambitious too. But I don't know, I see ambition or ambitiousness as kind of like dirty. I don't know. Yeah. We also have the Archer, biding your time and planning ahead. So that's really interesting when it comes to the King of Wands, because Wands are all about like going after and like, you know, action oriented. But I think that with the King of Wands, it's important to remember that they're the master of this ability of going to go forward and get what they want. So it doesn't always have to be about action. It can embody someone who thinks also, because the kings in any of the suits are very well in tune with the others, the other suits. Yeah. Also, we have the Dancer, self-expression and strength. And there we go. So yeah, Wands are all about self-expression, about going to get what you want, and strength as well, because, you know, King of Wands, again, those are fire signs, right? I think fire signs are, I don't even remember them off the top of my head. I know that Leo is one. That's all I know. Not good at astrology, but Let's see what else this King of Wands has to say for themselves. The Smith. Overthinking and taking action. Right? The Wands are all about action, so very, very action-oriented individual. Whereas the Queen of Cups energy is much more about internal kind of forces that happen. But in a way, they really balance each other out. We also got the Sleeper, cause and effect and clarity. And so the King of Wands is really like, they may seem very sort of, well, very action-oriented, of course, but they're also very clear thinkers because they already know what they want. The kings in any suit know what they want. They're the masters of whatever, you know, of the suit that they are part of. So this King of Wands knows that they can cause things to create an effect of some sort. They know that, and they're good at it too. Yeah, okay. And finally, for the King of Wands, we have the Acolyte, new projects and learning. This King of Wands energy is very in tune with their strengths as well as their weaknesses. I mean, so is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very much has internalized a lot of things, and the King of Wands here is very much about going to get things. So the King of Wands here is very much into like taking on projects that pique their curiosity. So they're a very curious individual. They're very learned. They're very kind of part of, they do whatever they want, really. Okay. And now I'm going to read on them together, the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. And I'll try to make it quick because I know I'm after the half-hour mark. Anyway, I wish my hands were bigger so I could shuffle like this. But that's hard for me because my hands are small. I have small hands. Anyway, what is this relationship like? Oops. No. Sorry, I cheated. I want to get different cards, but we'll see if that happens. I don't normally do that. I'll try to do it this way. Yeah, it's going to ruin my cards if I do it that way. Okay. Fine. Yeah, so together, we have the Chiromancer again, delivering news and collaboration. So this is really just about being together, right? They're a very collaborative couple. And I feel like the King of Wands is a lot like Hermes in Greek mythology, where Hermes is very good as the messenger god, right? So again, this is like the pagan otherworlds deck. So yeah, definitely see a lot of similarities with Hermes, the messenger god from Greek mythology. So in Greek mythology, you know, he delivers news, and then is also about collaboration too. And he's also seen as kind of like a trickster too, in a sense, because he kind of starts things. He stirs the pot, so to speak. Again, I'm only saying the pronouns he and him because of the Greek god Hermes. And traditionally, Hermes is a male figure. But again, the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands don't have genders. They're just energies. It doesn't matter if they have genders or not. I just want to clarify that. Okay, so we have the guide, and that's about inheritance and correction. So correction in the sense of like guiding others. So a lot of like collaboration, I know, but also kind of guiding each other through whatever may happen. So they're very much well matched, these two individuals, whoever they are. And also, the guide I'm getting is more of the Queen of Cups energy, because there's actually like water in the card. Like you can see it kind of in the background. But I think of the Chiromancer as more of the King of Wands energy because of delivering news and collaboration. But, you know, it's both of them together, so they are very well matched. And they're sentinels for each other, basically. So we have the Sentinel, and that's about determination and certainty. So they, as a couple, are very certain of one another. They're very determined to stay together. And that's kind of a good thing, because on the card it says Amor Fati. I'm not sure what Fati means, but I know that love is Amor. Maybe eternal love? I don't know, but let me look it up. Just, let's see. Oh, okay. So it's a Latin phrase that may be translated as love of fate or love of one's fate. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, being a sentinel for one another, like almost like eternal love, almost. Like this is not just kind of a small fling. And then we have the Waker, and that's about awareness and reflection. These two are very aware of each other. They're very good at self-reflection and also reflecting on their own relationship together. So I think like very well suited, but also, you know, they like no relationship comes without its problems, but like this one, I don't feel like they have arguments very much. Maybe disagreements, but not arguments. Maybe. The runaway, secrets, running from problems. Maybe I spoke too soon, but I think that's more King of Wands energy, is running from problems. Maybe he's a little bit kind of impulsive at times, but this Queen of Cups is definitely understanding of that. So I'm going to pull one last card and then end it there, because I feel like this has gone on way too long. Yeah, okay, so we have the Walker, and that's about the unknown and a journey. So with these two, their whole relationship is a journey, right? There's a good balance between them. Except for this runaway card, which is kind of like an outlier. But both of them are very aware of the needs of each other. They're very in tune with each other's natures, and they really appreciate one another. But for some reason, this runaway card is giving me a little bit of grief. So I'm just going to pull a tarot card just to see, or maybe a few tarot cards just to see what that is about, because I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So the Knights are all about like action. They're very action oriented. Maybe if one of them has their, like the King of Wands or the Queen of Cups has their beliefs kind of shaken, then they have a tendency to kind of run away from their problems and kind of ignore things and keep secrets from the other. But it doesn't seem to me like it's that big of a problem, because they're so in tune with one another that they have this sort of inherent understanding of what's going on, that it's not like a red flag. I mean, it's more like a yellow flag, I think, than anything. And it's a way to kind of like learn from each other and figure out like how to move forward with each other. So anyway, I know this was a very long reading, but I hope you all enjoy. So have a good day, everyone. Bye.